What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy, Stevie B, with some more of that variant content. A new haul video for you. This one I'm kind of excited to show you guys because this one was really cool. I was stoked to stumble on this and get these books at a really good price, basically $1 a piece. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, since DC's doing all that future state stuff, and I ain't picking any of that. Oh, well, I don't say I'm not picking any of it up. I'm picking up a couple of the keys, but generally I'm not picking up that run. Not really interested in a reboot for the 100th time. So I'll wait till they get it squared away, and then I'll start picking them up again. But anyway, that freed up some money to spend and go back to my roots, my 90s roots, and so I was stoked. But I don't know if y'all remember. Some of you might, most of you probably do. Some of you probably don't. So for those of you that don't, back in the 90s and before that was a magazine called Wizard, and here's a copy of one. This was the Superman tribute edition, which is really cool, by the way. A little foil gatefold cover, or not gatefold. Well, yeah, actually it is. Oh, I'll just show it to you. But this magazine was out, and look at that full, shiny, the epitome of 90s goodness. And then it folds out, and you get that cool little thing. But it was just full of news, updates, what was coming up, and it was a really great magazine. I miss it a lot, and if they would ever go back to doing hard copies, I would jump all over it. I think they do digital. They have a digital website now, but it's just not the same as it was back in the day. But anyway, they would have these exclusive mail-in offers. They also did a comic or a book called Toy Fair magazine, which I also got because I was into the action figures and stuff too. But they did mail-in exclusives, both of them. Wizard would do comic book mail-ins, and Toy Fair would do action figure mail-ins. They're not very valuable, the books, for the most part, but they're just really cool because there's not very many of them. But Wizard did a bunch of 1/2 issues for some comics, and they were just little promotional things, but they were solid books, and they were cool. But I stumbled on eBay, and I stumbled across a lot of 15 of the 1/2 issues from Wizard, and lucky for me, then nobody's really seeking these things, so I was able to swoop in and snipe them for about $1 a piece. I think I paid $15 for 15 books, maybe even a little less. But anyway, I'll show them off to you. There's a couple of them I've never even heard of, which is weird for the 90s because I knew just about everything that came out in the 90s. But this one was called Divine Right, number 1/2, from Wildstorm Comics. And like I said, Wildstorm, I never really got a lot of their stuff, but still, I mean, just look at the artwork from back then, man. This wasn't digital stuff like it is now. And of course, I switched all the bags and boards because Wizard had their own bags that they put these in. There was these things here, and you can see reminiscent of back in the day when you got those thick polypropylene holders went in binders for like sports cards and stuff. Pretty reminiscent of them. And I'm not sure if they offer any UV protection or not, or if they're acid free or anything. So I wanted to get them out of those bags, put them in fresh bags. But anyway, the Divine Right, number 1/2 from Wildstorm. And every one of them come with a certificate of authenticity on the back. Not sure why, because they're not numbered, they're not signed. I don't know why you need a certificate that says hey, this is the book you got. So, um, but it says a certificate of authenticity. This divine right one half was available only through a special offer in Wizard, the Comics magazine number 80. Each copy is part of a limited edition, which was distributed in a special protective holder with a copy of this certificate, which the protective holder was, this. Got their, like I said, it's got their own little logo on it. But like I said, I'm not sure how much those protect them. Anyway, moving along. From Top Cow, Arcanum. This is another one I've never heard of, was Arcanum. If you've heard of it, let me know in the comments. But Top Cow, another great publisher that kind of fell to the wayside, or got bought up or something. But that's really cool. And again, the certificate. But and this one is nasty. Tales of the Witchblade, Top Cow, number one half. Look at the artwork. Isn't that gorgeous? Just absolutely gorgeous. And of course the certificate. And I never could pronounce this. I didn't know if this was pronounced as shy or she. I think it's she. But this is number one half. And from Crusade Comics. So let me know in the comments. S-H-E or S-H-Y. Kind of she or shy. I think it's she. But that's pretty cool. It's not unattainable to go back and get all of the one half issues. Somebody actually had a collection of all the one half issues, but they wanted $500 for all of them. So maybe something I need to piece together a little at a time. And then another one from Wildstorm. This one I have heard of, but I don't think I ever read. Was Deviate, number one half. But it was pretty cool. Again, like I said, the people bag on the 90s, and for the less than stellar storylines, but I argue the point that the artwork was so much better. It wasn't all digital. They didn't do it all on a computer. This stuff was drawn and stuff. And not only that, but the 90s, storylines that came out of the 90s. I mean, come on. Really? Frank Miller, Daredevil, Man Without Fear. The Dark Knight Returns. Death in the Family from Batman. A Lonely Place of Dying from Batman. I mean, man, there were so many. Hell, Venom is born from the 90s. So I disagree. I say that the 90s told some of the best stories, had some of the best artwork. It was just awesome. But and then we got a little crossover action from Marvel and Top Cow, and this one's really cool. But this is Silver Surfer and Witchblade crossover, and it's got your boy Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Silver Surfer on the front with Witchblade, and I can't remember who this chick is here. It'll come to me probably halfway through the video, but anyway, a little crossover event. But that one's cool. I really dig that. And then another one from Image that I've never heard of. Must not have took off very well. Fire from Heaven, number one half. But yeah, never heard of it. But and there's your certificate. I'm not sure the certificate's why, but I guess just to kind of give them make them appear more collectible. Perceived value, I always say. Sometimes even though something's not very valuable, you can make it appear valuable by doing little things like, sticking the COA on the back of them. But hey, to each. And then from Chaos Comics, yeah, Lady Death #1/2. That is just awesome. This is one of my favorites. Again, certificate. And then this one, which kind of surprised me. This must have been late, right before Wizard closed the doors on the magazine, which pissed everybody in the comic book community off. I don't know why. I don't know why they shut the doors. It was a great magazine. But Nightwing #1/2. But that's pretty cool. And we got some, as Matt would say at Rude Planet, yeah, Fantastic Four 1/2. Yeah. I know, gimmick infringement. That's all right, Mr. eBay Octagon. Yeah, I got you. Anyway, another one I'm stoked to get was Dawn #1/2. Dawn was one of my favorite characters that came out of the 90s. And this is from Serious Comics. And man, just, dude, the artwork, just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous on these. And there's the certificate. And then we've got another one that I was stoked to get from Image, Top Cow. Was the Darkness #1/2. Another one of my favorite characters. Image, man, knock the cobwebs off these characters and bring them back. I mean, they had so many good characters. Would love to see come back. Same with you. Same, bring Dawn back. Bring her back. Bring Darkchild back. Bring Lady D. Well, Lady Death is still going strong, but Lady Demon, or her alter ego kind of thing, has not been, I don't think, come back. But yeah, bring Purgatory back. There's so many good ones. Evangeline was kind of hit and miss back in the 90s. Some of them I thought were good. Some of them not so much. But anyway, it was from Maximum Press. I read a couple of issues, and like I said, some of them I was like, yeah, that was pretty good. And then some of them I was like, meh. But anyway. And then we've got another little crossover, but it's all Top Cow, so it's not a multi-company crossover. But was Witchblade in the Darkness. But the Darkness, yeah, bring him back. But then last but not least was some of that mutant bullshit. Yeah. Sorry, Rude. Can't help myself. But some X-Men #1/2. And again, with the COA on the back. So, that was my little pickup from eBay. Put it all together in one video. I actually have some more 1/2 issues that I went down this rabbit hole, man. I went down this rabbit hole from old 90s Image, Top Cow, Serious, Chaos, Wildstorm. I mean, I went down that 90s rabbit hole. No Valiant. I think saw someone had an entire collection of every Valiant book ever made in the 90s for $1.95, I think. So, Rude, you might want to jump on that one. But no, I quit bagging on Valiant. Some people dig it, and that's cool. If you dig your Valiant, knock yourself out. Because, some people would say the same thing about these characters that I get into. But looking at purchasing some of the old action figures that came out of some of those indies. They made a Darkchild, which is another one of my favorites. Darkchild action figure. They made a Dawn action figure. Evil Ernie. Glow-in-the-dark Evil Ernie. Glow-in-the-dark Lady Death. red metallic purgatory. I mean, there's a bunch of them from More Action Collectibles did most of them. I think they did all of them, come to think of it. But there were some cool figures, man. I had each and every one of them, and well, they were all still mint in the package. And my ex-wife decided while I was at work that she was going to have a yard sale, and she put them all in my yard sale for 50 cents a piece. Sold off my entire collection to one dude who knew what the hell they were and bought every one of them, which is why she's my ex-wife. Just one of the many reasons. But anyway, so I'm looking to go repurchase some of those. They're a little pricey, you know. Anywhere on the low end of $15 to the high end of 70, $75. So it's going to be a little work in progress, but I got a little spot for them. I think I actually may slide them down this side of the wall here. Maybe not. They may not be on camera. They may be. I'll do another room tour video one of these days, because I've made a lot of changes to the room, but you just can't. The back wall is the only thing that gets seen on camera. Anyway, we're about 16 minutes in, so I'm trying to keep the videos a little shorter. I know I ramble a lot, but anyway, don't forget to comment on the videos for this month's giveaway right here. Again, we will draw for a winner on the first of the month, every month on Instagram. I'll do it live. And we do it the old school way, unfortunately, until I get some internet out here in the boonies, which it's in the works. You know, it's supposed to be the first at the beginning of this year. We're supposed to get it, so holding out for that. Then I'll be able to do wheel spins and all that fancy stuff. But right now, it's just your name on a piece of paper, and we'll draw them. The way that I'm going to stick with the format, it's kind of a little mixture of both worlds. Instead of cutting up all those pieces of paper and fold them up, put them in a box, and drawing one name out, saying there's your winner. It's not that, but it's not elimination and going through 200 names at an hour and a half video to pick a winner. So we're going to do, the format that I did last time, which I liked a lot, I think everybody kind of liked, was out of all the names, I'll draw 10 finalists and then do last man standing out of the 10 finalists to get a winner. That's kind of a little mixture of both. Have a little fun at the same time and kind of speed it up so it doesn't take all day. Anyway, that's going to do it for this haul video. Remember, like my shit, comment on my shit, subscribe to my shit, and turn that bell on so you don't miss my new shit. We'll see you guys in the next shit. Peace.